and welcome to another edition of winemastery.co.uk. My name's John Lightfoot and this is
John Murphy,
and we're here to talk about wine and in particular Italian wines. So this is part 2 of episode 19. Take a look at part 1 where we tasted a very, very nice Sicilian wine. And now we're moving on to what?
We are going for the next two have a quite famous Italian wines. We've got the Valpolicella is our next one.
Not so for the Ren.
No, unfortunately, sorry. No, the Valpolicella, no. You know, again, this is coming back to what we were just saying there about, did you, I was going to thank you.
No, it's
You're just a gentleman, aren't you, John?
It may not get quicker.
Calm down, we'll get there. We were talking about people not knowing actually, you know, the grapes or kind of, because you don't recognise the name there, you'd be a bit unsure about actually trying it, so that's what we're trying to go through here. Now, this is a Valpolicella, which many of you will have seen on the shelves and thought, will I want a kind of thing. Now, this is from just east of Lake Garda.
Okay.
So again, it's an area where this is made, not an actual the grape. It's the blend of 3 grapes. The first one is Corvina Veronese, and there's another 2 which I struggle to pronounce. Yeah, but there's another 2 blended in there as well. And yeah. So what we're going to do is have a little go of this one and see what the difference would be from this one to from the first one.
If I remember, I'll try and put the on the notes on the website what the other 2 are.
Wow, don't have a smell yet.
Oh, okay.
No, because I was taken back by that. Yeah. Again, on the colour there, a little bit more kind of garnet there. There's a little bit more kind of purple. You've got that shirt.
Yeah, got that shirt there.
Not quite as bright, and it's moving to a kind of on the rim there. It's got a lighter purpley colour. Interesting, but boy, have a smell of that now.
Wow,
how different is that? Yeah.
Wow.
What are you smelling?
That reminds me of something. What does it remind you of?
For me, it's got. I'm going to throw it in there, and you're not going to like this because it's got the leather in there for me again. It's the leather and oakiness. It smells like. Go on.
I can understand the leather with. Go on.
It's for me okay. And you shouldn't really describe it like this, but it's got a rubberiness in there now. I remember when I was a youngster and we used to walk around the woods locally where we used to live, and it was next to a golf course, so occasionally you'd be walking through the woods and you'd find like old golf balls, and as youngsters we'd kind of take them home and kind of pull them to pieces, dissect them, cut them open.
Oh yeah, it's elastic out.
Yeah. That smell reminds me of the inside of a golf ball.
Do you know, I'm not really...
That just made me think of...
That's what immediately...
that elastic that you took.
Yeah.
Do you remember when you got rid of it? Like, you were lucky. Sometimes you had a kind of tiny little, like a bouncy ball in there.
Yeah.
Or sometimes the one that was full of like I remember as kids we used to call it monkey poo. I don't think it really was. But yeah, that just reminded me straight off that.
Right.
Vegetal like
Yeah, it's got a very earthy...
Yeah, that was just about to say earthiness. So there, Still, that's not bad, is it? Right, I'm gagging to have a go at this.
Right, okay, so are we off?
We are. Still really soft, is that? The tannins are much softer on that one.
Yes.
Not quite as apparent there.
No, not in the top of the mouth.
No, and that almost comes across because of the lack of the tannins in there. Almost has a touch of sweetness. It doesn't taste as dry as I would expect from that. And from the nose on there, I mean the length is still there, and that earthy flavour comes through on the length, but I'm having more. It's the earthiness there, there's not a lot of fruit there, there's not a lot of real depth there, but then that again is lending itself to that easy drinking style.
Yeah.
Hello? Go on.
I was going to say that when I've tried Chianti before,
this is Valpolicella.
That's why it doesn't say anything like it.
I'm sorry, he's got a new clapboard and it's just throwing us a ball this evening.
Oh, no. No, I must start listening to you when you start.
Alright, stop there, we'll yeah, so this is a Valpolicella, something we mentioned at the beginning.
Yes.
There, John. So yeah, I mean, It depends. If you're a fan of kind of the lighter Shirazes, more Merlot style. You know, if you're liking those kind of styles of wine, this would be a definite one which you should have a go. Now this is retailing at $13.99, so it's not, you know, it's not the cheapest, but I would say that's definitely worth that money as well.
Are there different types of, in terms of like Valpolicella, Classico, or?
Well, you've got these different producers who will produce different styles and make kind of heavier and lighter ones. But I've gone for the middle road here, just so we have a little go.
And middle road, would that be? How would you determine that? If you were looking at the shelf of Valpolicellas?
I couldn't tell you. Price would probably dictate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the heavier, the more expensive.
Yes. Yeah. Definitely.
Okay. Right.
We'll give you a good judge to go from. Yeah, because I mean, this is, I would say, middle of the road here. It's not the lightest one. The smell threw me a little bit there, but this is definitely. It's not a heavy Valpolicella, but then again, Valpolicellas in general are not going to be massively heavy anyway. You're not going to get those big beasties, which you would expect with more kind of, I don't know, this style of Amarone, which is something we might touch on for our next tasting, because that's definitely an interesting one. That's a beast, the Amarone and the Barolo. Again, these are kind of. Well, they're very well known. The Barolo and the Amarone, they're known there's the King of Red Wines and the Wine of Kings, but they are beasties. So we'll look at that. We'll look at those another time because they tend to be quite expensive as well, and that should, you know, is something that you might be put off of. I mean, that's the reason for these videos, is thinking, you know, why would you spend £30 on a bottle that you've never tried and you don't know anything about? Because in general, it doesn't tell you a lot of information on the back. Very similar to the French wine, you know, you don't get much from that. Hence why you have to rely on, you know, that the independent retailers are the guys who are going to tell you about it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's very, very nice.
That is very nice, and that's growing on me more and more as as we are drinking that. The flavours are kind of sticking around more, if you know what I mean. It's now, that earthiness has led to a kind of like a cherryish.
Yeah.
It's the cherries.
Yes.
Which should be kind of, I think the cherries do, and I know the next one that's going to have a lot of cherries. I mean, a lot of Italian wines do have that kind of style about that cherry comes through quite strong.
And in terms of food, again, I guess pasta, you would choose.
Yeah,
pasta.
again, any tomato based dish. This I would happily. I mean, I'd steer away from fish. I wouldn't touch with fish, but. And because it has slight tannins in there,
yeah.
But those tannins are still going to affect the fish.
If you just wanted something rather than having a meal with this, you just wanted something else to nibble with it, would you?
Oh, you eat cheeses again. Now that's going to go on. That will take on a more powerful kind of cheese, definitely, because as I've noticed the kind of length that hanging around a little bit more. So more so than the first one where I'd stick to the lighter, easier going. That will go up to not your massively mature cheddars or anything, but that will take on a more full, and even as much as blue cheeses. You've got obviously kind of dolciolata, that kind of style, the kind of sweeter, easier going blues. Not you don't really want that salty harshness to affect that.
Excellent. Well, that was very, very delicious. I can recommend that Chianti Valpolicella.
It's a new wine, isn't it? We're getting there.
We're getting there. So, excellent. Well, one more to go. I'm really excited to taste it.
So, well, I've not had it for a while, so yeah.
And that has a difference.
Well, it's one of these things you're reminded. Anyway, we shall see you in part
3.
Chin chin.
Chin chin.